Hello guys. If you are like me and you're using the free version of Fusion 360, you will probably have tried to import some STL files or other meshes. And when you try to, um, the first thing you do is you go to the mesh. Of course, you import a model, and then you do like you prepare the face groups, and that is fine. Or if you want it accurate, it can be a little bit slower. Uh, So I'll just use the fast. Okay, and that is fine. Now you get the basic face group. Now the big problem is if you want this to be a solid model, in 99.99% of the cases, if you take the whole model and you try to process it, it will crash. The whole Fusion 360 will crash unless you have like a super fast CPU, because the way these programs work is they usually just use one, maximum two cores of your CPU, which means that if you're working like this, it doesn't matter if you have a multi-core CPU that's like 98 cores or whatever, because the program itself will only use one or two cores. And what actually matters is the speed of your CPU, each core. So if you have a CPU where one core can run at 6 gigahertz, if you have one of those CPUs, and that is an excellent CPU to use with a program like this. If you're like me and you have one of those old 900K 5 gigahertz CPUs that only do 5 gigahertz on maybe all cores, this will most likely crash, even though you have a lot of memory. I have 32 gigs of memory. If you have a lot of memory, it will still crash because the computation takes so long, it just hangs. Now, it is possible, and that's what I'm going to show you in this video, to how you can get this model in parts into being a solid full object. What is important during this lesson is that you do not move any of the parts, um, because what you start on doing is you go in here. Let's see, I can just remove that as well. And what I like to do is I like to make offset planes. So let's say I have no offset planes for now, uh, like this. So this is the important model, and I just prepare the surfaces. That's okay. Now, I originally I just want to do something with this part of the model. That's what I was thinking. Isn't it possible for me to split this model before I convert it into a solid object? And I looked around a bit, and there is actually a function called modify plane cut, which lets you use a different object to cut this thing. So the easiest way to do this, and I cannot see a reason why you couldn't do this for the whole model if you just in sections split it and then process it. And then you can just rejoin all the pieces afterwards. Now, so what I do here is I just activate origin and I go to this plane at first because I want to do a horizontal cut like this, and I just go to solid construct offset plane and I just bring that a little bit out. I can see from the front. So I want the offset plane to be there's fine, I think, and press OK. Now I want one object on this. I create a sketch. I just do a square. I can use a disk as well. It's maybe easier because that's how it processes later on. So you can just use a square and you make a disk that encompasses the whole thing. Okay, finish sketch. So that will be the cut plane. Now what I want to do is I go here, surface, and I just do a patch. Okay, and now you can sort of get a preview of how the cut will be done. Now I don't want that anymore, so I'll just hide that for now. Now I want a different cut plane as well, so I go here, and I like to work on offset planes because it gives me a bit of control on where I want the models to sort of be made. So in this case, I do this, create sketch, and I can just use a circle again, and compass the whole model, finish sketch, and then make that into a surface as well. Okay, so basically now I have two cut planes. You can see I have isolated this small part which I wanted, and what you can do now is that you can I'll just hide one of the cut planes. I'll just cut that first. So you go to modify. You need to stand in the mesh tool. Modify under mesh, and then you go plane cut. Then you select the body you want to cut, which is this one. And here you need, it's default by trim, but select split body or split faces here. So split body because you're using a solid body or face like this, and then you select as the cut plane, you select this. Now you can see it shows where it will cut, and then you just press OK. What happens now is that this is one body and this is one body. Okay, so I'll hide this one for now. I hope you're seeing where I'm going with this. And then I will hide this one and I will show this one. And then I do the exact same thing there. Modify, plane cut, select this, leave it at split body, select the other one, which is this. And you can see the cut plane and cut it. Now we are getting somewhere. So we hide that one, we can hide the cutting. Now the only thing you actually need to process now is this little piece. Isn't that fantastic? So what you do is you mark this, you go to the mesh, and you go to the modify, and you go to the, what was it, convert mesh. Because I'm using the free version, I can only use the parametric. Okay, and it says that, oh, it has more than 10,000 triangles. That is fine, but look how fast that went. And do you get it now? If you do that, split up the big body in smaller sections, and you can just, voila! Then you use combine later on to just combine all the pieces, all the bodies together. And there you have it. So I'm just going to show you one more thing. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to leave that for another video. But I hope that helps you, because now you can go in and you can just do whatever you want with this piece. You see it has an open space here, so it's not actually a solid body yet. But if you're only going to use it as a reference, it's fine. But like here, you can go to surfaces and you can say, okay, I want to close that. Cool, okay. Then there is something wrong with the way it patches that, but that's fine. I'll leave that. So long as you keep all the other models in the same place and you don't do anything else, once you're ready, you can just do a patch of all the models, and it should be just like it was originally. But in this case, I'm only going to use it as a reference to make something else. So I hope that was helpful in giving you a way to import huge models or meshes into Fusion 360 without crashing it or having it take forever. And I think this was one of my more better videos. So I haven't said it so much, but if you like this kind of content and want to help me, I am not getting paid yet. I only have like 80-ish, almost 90 subscribers, and I think I only have like 2,000 views per month. It's nowhere near enough for monetization, but if you like my content, at least give me a like on the videos, and if you like it to see more, give me a subscribe, maybe click the bell and whatever, because for me, getting motivation, like comments like, oh, this really helped me out, is perfect for me. So I hope you like my content, I hope you subscribe, I hope you like my videos, and who knows, maybe one day I can have this as a side project and stuff. I have a very diversity amount of kind of videos I put out, because I don't like to just lock myself into one niche because if you like my content, you like maybe the variation of things that I'm talking about. So until next time, I hope you tune in again. See you.